Your growth is not in her. She's a diamond under.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the i30 TWS replica AirPods, and we'll be comparing them to the real AirPods and the i20 TWS AirPods, which I did a previous review on if you would like to go check that out. And looking at the packaging, you can see that the picture on the i30 is the same as the original. The i20 is different, and the i20 looks a lot more beat up than the i30 does, but that's not always the manufacturer's fault. That could be just postage. Then another difference is that these are still slightly different colors. This one's a bit more bluish. This one's more of a clean white, it looks like. But yeah. The quality of this box does feel pretty good, but it does feel a little bit different than the real one. If I didn't have them side by side, I wouldn't be able to tell. But looking at the rest of the sides, there is no Apple logos or anything. So you can try to open it up now. The lid seems very tight to the bottom. And inside, you actually get a little sleeve around the manual that says designed by Apple in California, just like the original ones do. And then in the sleeve you get, it says Airpods, this little manual, and you do not get any Apple stickers with them, it looks like. So here's the actual Airpods. One thing that is advertised about these ones is that, or the i30s, is that they're supposed to be 1-to-1 size as the real AirPods. So these are the real ones. And honestly, if I didn't have the real ones here with these, I would not be able to tell the difference. They feel very good. The hinge does feel a little bit weird at first, but like I said, if I was not holding both in my hands, then I wouldn't be able to tell. But they do look to be very similar in size. I don't really see a difference. There's no writing on the back of the i30s like there's in the real ones. And then comparing the actual earbuds themselves, they look very similar. The i30 seems to have the grill stick out a little more right there than the originals, and the microphone port does seem to be a little bigger on the i30s, but very, very small things. Okay, so let's try pairing them now. So another feature advertised that's different between these and the i20s is that with the i20s, to pair them, you had to take them out of the actual case. You had to take the earbuds out of the case for it to show the pop-up. But for these ones, the i30s, you should be able to just open it up and the pop-up should appear. And there it does. It's also supposed to be faster than the i20 with the pop-up, but from my experience, it seems to be about the same. And these values are still not accurate from my experience. But they are connected now. We can take them out. Okay, so now I would like to do a sound test to see how the sound on these compares to the i20 TWS and the real AirPods. So take them out and they should automatically connect to the phone. They have connected. I didn't have to do anything. So I just play a song, put them in. They seem to get very loud. And compared to the i20s, these have a lot more high end, like a lot more of like the higher tones, like the original AirPods do, and they also still keep a lot of that low end. So I think these sound a lot better than the i20s, and I believe that they are still about the same price right now. So I think that if you're gonna buy one, I would probably buy these. Although I do have a review for the i60s coming out, so if you'd like to wait on that, that should be out within a week or two. I'm still waiting for them to come in, but it shouldn't take too long. So these ones, I do think the sound quality is very good and a lot closer to the original AirPods than the i20. And that's one of the touch functionalities activating, which it seems to activate a lot because these have a new type of touch functionality. It uses a different recognition, apparently. Like, it's more accurate. It's more similar to the real AirPods than the i20s, from what the ad said, but it just seems to activate voice control a lot, from my experience. So let's play a song, and the instructions are very vague about what the touch functionality is. So in the instructions it says, it just has this tiny little part right here, and it doesn't actually have it doesn't really say what to do. So we're just gonna have to try it out and see what happens. So here, I'll try putting them in my ears to test it out. So I'm gonna tap it once. Nothing. Once. Nothing again. I'm gonna try twice now. Okay, so twice seems to play and pause. Now I'm gonna try 3 times. 3 times on the right seems to skip songs. I'm gonna try 4. And then it seems to just do the same thing. So 2 seems to play and pause, and 3 seems to go to the next song. I'm gonna try the same thing with the left one now. Try it in my ear. So here's 1. I'll try it again. So 1 seems to bring up the voice control. Let's get rid of that. So I'm going to try twice. Twice seems to go back. And 3 seems to go back. So the controls on these are strange, and voice control seems to activate a lot for some reason, which is kind of annoying. But I mean, once you have them in, that's not going to be a problem. So let's see. Another problem that I did notice with these is that the pop-up appears every time that you open the case. So let's see if we'll do it again. Let's try it on the home screen. Yeah, there it is. It opens up the pop-up. And if you hit connect, then it will not actually connect. It'll say that it failed. Yep, connection failed. So this just happens whenever you already have them paired. And as you can see, if I take them out real quick, and it's already paired. So you don't have to actually use the pop-up window except for the first time. Okay, so another function advertised with these is that you can actually use one at a time instead of having to use both. So let's try that out. So open them up, take one out, and it should automatically pair. Okay, so another feature advertised with these is that you can use a single one by itself, which apparently was not available for the i20s. So we can try that out. We can try opening it up, taking one out. See if we connect. it's connected. So we close it up if it will stay connected. So just say Airpods. And let's see if it's playing music. We can turn it up. And it does appear to be playing music. I'll hold up to the mic so you can hear it. And then the touch functionality does still appear to be working because it just paused. So I'll put it in. So it does still skip with 3 and pause with 2. So that is very convenient. And you can also use this to answer and hang up calls. And it took these about a little less than 3 weeks to come in and cost me about $30, which is very good. And we can test the size real quick. So here's a case that I have for my real AirPods, and then here's the case I have for the i20s right now. So let's take it out. The reason I had to put it in this case is because it actually would not fit in the other case because it's too big. So I'm going to try putting it in here. You can see the top does not close. And this is actually a big case. It's bigger than the regular AirPods. So and it's tight on that, and the top can't even fit in. So this is to keep it from scratching the sides. So then we can try the i30s, which you can see slides right in. The top closes, works just like the real ones. So that makes buying a case for your replica AirPods a lot simpler, because with the i20s you are limited to having to get the silicone cases like this one. So if you don't want to have to do that, then this is a good alternative. And they cost the same price. So then here are the real AirPods, which you can see fit in just like the i30s. So altogether, I feel like these are a pretty good buy. If you don't already have the i20s, then I would go for these. One thing I did notice while using the i20s is that the plastic seems to get scratched up kind of easily. So it's got a few scratches on the back just from being in my pocket, which the real AirPods do not have. And I kept them without a case on for a while before, like when I first got them. So I think it just is the quality of the plastic is different. So I would recommend getting a case if you get these. And the battery life on the box is advertised as being 4 to 5 times charged with the case and a max of 3 hours. On the listing, it advertised 2 to 3 hours for the individual earbuds. So that seems like a good amount of time. So you can get max 15 hours like the i20s. But I still have not done a battery test. And I will also be doing a range test before I post this video. So if you're interested in seeing that, you can check the description. And I was getting some questions about a giveaway for the i20s. And if you're interested in that, I will be doing a giveaway if this video gets 50 likes. So if you're interested in winning these, just like, comment, and be subscribed. And I will enter all of the names into a random generator, and it will pick whichever one wins them. And I'll contact you over your YouTube account, and I'll get you your AirPods by that. Or if I have a problem with contacting you, then I will announce it in my next video, which is going to be on the i60 TWS, which is on its way in right now. So be looking for that. Those are basically like replica AirPod 2s, and I paid about $30 for them as well. So if you would like to see that, stay tuned. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the bell so you can get notified whenever it comes out. And I just want to say thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out. I would also like to include at the end of the video here that I am thinking of doing a battery test, comparing all of the different AirPods and seeing how long they can last with playing music on max volume. So if y'all would be interested in seeing that, just let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to make that video. and let me know if I should wait for the i60s to do that, or if I should go ahead and do that with the i20s and the i30s and the original Airpods. So let me know about that in the comments, and I'll get on making that.